Parachute. As Simon jumped out of the airplane, he discovered with horror that his parachute did not work. The soldiers parachuted behind enemy lines to blow up a bridge.
Passport. You need to apply for a passport before you can go abroad.
Pedal. A pedal fell off Eric's bike as he rode up a hill. You'll have to pedal harder to get up this steep hill.
Perfume. Perfume. My boss's perfume is so strong that you can smell her coming before she enters a room. The room was filled with the perfume of roses.
Plastic. The spoon and fork are made of plastic, so you should recycle them after use. You'll have to pay $1 NT for the plastic bag if you need one.
Pole. The tent was held up by poles. Our opinions on the matter are at opposite poles.
Porcelain. China. My grandma only uses her good porcelain utensils when we have important guests over for dinner.
Pottery. Primitive people made simple pottery jars out of clay.
Powder. The children had great fun breaking up the chalk into a fine powder.
Product. The company is very successful because its products meet most people's needs.
Quilt. His quilt is not thick enough to protect him from the cold when he sleeps.
Rag. Can I use this old rag to wipe the car? In rags. The poor children were dressed in rags. Go from rags to riches. The man went from rags to riches when his invention became popular.
Razor. Ben shaved his face with an electric razor. On a razor's edge. The soldier's life was hanging on a razor's edge after the enemy caught him.
Ribbon. The girl wore a red ribbon in her hair.
Sack. Herman bought a sack of flour to make a cake.
Saucer. Put your cup on a saucer or you'll make a mess on the table.
Scarf. It was very cold outside, so Ron wore a thick jacket, a hat, gloves, and a scarf.
Scoop. I want 2 scoops of chocolate ice cream in my cone. Trust me, this is the latest inside scoop on the president's scandal. The girl scooped up the ice cream from the plate with her spoon.
Screw. This screw is the wrong size. It won't go into the hole. I screwed some hooks into the walls so that I could hang up my hats and coats. Screwdriver. Bobby tightened the screws in his glasses with a very small screwdriver.
Shampoo. This shampoo is for normal hair. I need the kind for oily hair. Most people shampoo their hair every day to keep it clean.
Shaver. I gave my father a shaver for his birthday, but he prefers normal razors.
Shovel. Hugo used a shovel to fill the hole with sand. They shoveled the snow off the road.
Sledge. Sled. The kids jumped on the sled and rode down the snow-covered hill.
Sleigh. It is said that Santa Claus rides across the sky on Christmas Eve in a sleigh.
Socket. When Claire plugged the air conditioner into the socket, all the power went out in the house.
Souvenir. I brought back several gold coins as souvenirs of my trip.
Spade. Donna is digging a hole with a spade. Bob just needed a spade to win the card game.
Spear. Some Aboriginals still hunt with spears and bows and arrows. Jimmy speared the meat with his fork and put it into his mouth.
Statue. They placed a statue of the great teacher in the park.
Stool. Jonathan sat on a bar stool and sipped his drink.
Substance. The jacket is coated with a substance that prevents it from getting wet. The reporters complained that the president's speech lacked substance. Fanny agrees with most of what the man said in substance, but she still has a problem with a couple of details.
Sword. The prince drew his sword and killed the monster.
Tack. The teacher used thumbtacks to post the students' artwork on the cork board.
Tag. What's the price of this dress? I don't see any tag. Tag the bottles or we might forget what is in them.
Timber. They went to the woods to pick up some timber for a new cabin.
Tissue. The doctor took a tissue sample to see if Mary had lung cancer. Diana used a tissue to wipe away her baby's tears.
Tobacco. Don't smoke so much. Tobacco is harmful to our health.
Trash. Throw away the trash tonight. It is starting to smell.
Tray. Emma is still in bed. Bring her breakfast on this tray.
Tub. Run some warm water into the tub and give your sister a bath.
Typewriter. After the computer was invented, typewriters slowly went out of use.
Vase. The red roses look great in that white vase.
Wax. The candle didn't burn very well, and wax dripped onto the floor. The cleaner waxed the floors until they sparkled.
Web. There is a spider web up in the tree. Once you post a photo on the web, it's saved on the internet somewhere forever.
Zipper. My jacket is open because the zipper is stuck.